Australian rules football? In the U.S.? That's right. The United States Australian Football League is in a city near you. Go to USAFL.com, find your team, check them out. We're a group full of men and women just like you. Join us for the fun athletic competition. Stay for the camaraderie.
We are the champions!
Log on and sign up to join your team at USAFL.com.
Hey, very good morning and welcome to the Score Complex in Racine, Wisconsin for the 2018 USAFL National Championships. This is Women's Division 2 on Field 3, the Columbus Cats versus the Texas Heat. I'm Peter Holden. Thank you very much for your company at yet another national tournament of the United States Australian Football League. The toy toss happening in the middle of the ground. To the left of screen is the western end of the ground. To the right of screen is the eastern end of the ground towards Lake Michigan. Erica Sacchi, normally of the Philadelphia Hawks, playing for the Columbus Cats today. She has won the toss and has elected to kick to left of screen, the western end of the ground. Just to explain the Women's Division 2 concept, it's generally made up of core teams that are topped up with players from other sides to make sure they have a full squad of 18 or plus players. Normally it's 18 aside on a field in a game of Australian rules football, but in some of these tournaments they'll compromise to have 15 or 16 aside with a handful of players on the bench, allowing frequent interchange. The Columbus Cats today, you just see on the right hand side, the white jumper with the navy blue hoops. They're topped up today with players from the Chicago Swans and the Philadelphia Hawks. Just on the left of the screen, just breaking from their huddle, wearing the white jumpers with either blue or white shorts, a blue sash and the pink numbers there and the Texas logo on the front. That's the Texas Heat. They're topped up with players today from the Los Angeles Dragons. We're not too far away from getting underway in this contest. Just a quick note that we play 20-minute halves with no time on or injury time. So straight through, unless, of course, there is a major injury at the umpire's discretion, they may stop the clock. Just about all is in readiness here. Umpire has the ball aloft, and he has gotten play underway. Columbus versus Texas here on field number 3. And it's the Cats who will try and move the football forward early on. By the look of it, it was Megan Hills who tried to tap the ball forward towards what would be their centre-half back position. In Aussie rules football, of course, it's a 360-degree game. Not necessarily it's bad going backwards. Sometimes it's just to create better position and to swing around and get some space for your teammates. The Texas Heat were trying to make a forward motion then, but it will be sent back from whence it came. Just flying through the air there. Looks like it might have been the player there for Texas who managed to hold up the play, who just held it up for Comely, from Chicago Swans to come through. And the ball will go over the boundary line and out of bounds. We'll call for a throw-in. For us commentators, Division 2 is a bit hard to call because obviously players not wearing their normal numbers from their normal teams, of course, helping top up the other side. So you've got to try and learn who's wearing what number a little bit differently to what they normally would. Here's the kick from the Texas Heat going towards the right of screen, towards the half-forward flank position. Play being held up at the moment. Trying to get in there is Nadira Smith for Texas. She can't. Columbus kick around the corner. Move it up only as far as Silvio, who put it on the right boot. Send it back inside her attacking 50, only for it to be marked by the Columbus Cats, and they'll take it out from whence it came. I think it'll be Lindsay Turst there who's got the kick, who sends it wide, close towards the boundary line. Bronwood Smith running after the football, beaten towards it in that contest. Managed to hold it up for a teammate, though, and Columbus attack alongside the outer wing. Rebecca Quinn tries to run to the football. She's quickly mown down up against the boundary line. Here's a little kick along the carpet. Lalani Silvio goes in there. Can't extract the football. Now they do. I think this is Bagley's going for a run here for Texas. Gets on the left boot, kicks up the line, dribbling kick just going inside 50. Ball's held up, and it looks like it might be sure they might take it away there for Columbus. Goes up towards the wing position, out of sight from our camera position. Foot race is on here, hand pass back. This is Sheeran now. She spent some time in Queensland playing for Bond University in the QWAFL. And the umpire's blown the whistle here and signalled something that's either happened behind play or maybe Shearer ran more than 15 metres without bouncing the football, and will bring it back for a Texas free kick. The thing in Aussie rules football, for those watching for the first time, you're allowed to run with the ball for 15 metres, and then you must either bounce or touch the ball on the ground if you wish to continue on running, or of course you must either kick it or hand pass it, get rid of the football. The umpire has just held up play for a moment, asking the player just get behind the player on the mark, being Katrina Shearers. We're saying that she went to Queensland, Australia, played about 4 games for the Bond University Bull Sharks in the QWAFL. including kicking 8 goals during her time there, coming in the space of just 2 matches, which was quite impressive and caught the eye there of Brisbane Lions coach Craig Starcevich. Here's the get up the line. Saki now gets on the football, goes for a run, wants to come inboard with a kick, was being called by McFarlane, goes in a direction and takes a mark. Margaret McFarlane from the Columbus Cats swings around on the right boot, comes out towards the wing position on the camera side. Ball's just kicked along the carpet. Is the player held without it? And Shannon Monahan, yes she is. And it's a free kick given away against Kawakatsu. Kawakatsu is one of the players from LA that are playing today for the Texas Heat. Kicked up the line towards the half-forward flank for the Cats. Circling the pack there was Crystal Winters. Umpire's blown the whistle and called for another ball up. So we've gone about 3.5 minutes into this quarter. Pardon me, half I should say. Normally we play 4 quarters, but in this tournament, because we've got so many matches to fill in, we just played the 2 halves. Katrina Shearer swings around, lovely looking hand pass, got it across to Lindsay Terse, who goes inside 50 with the kick, chasing after it's Taylor Ballinger. Ballinger's got some company on her hammer there in McClintock. Turnover, opportunity with Hendershaw, one of the Chicago players for Columbus, got collected, going back to get the football. McClintock kicked around the corner along the wing, and the ball goes, is it out of bounds? No, I thought I heard a whistle. We've got about 5 fields very close together, so you might be thrown by another whistle, or in fact another hooter from one of the other grounds, because we don't all start exactly on time. Here's the kick around the corner, now going backwards. Lindsay Terse was calling for it, and she scored immediately. And the umpire says that's holding the football, and a free kick going the way of the Texas Heat. Give that one to Aubrey Bagley. Very impressive in her debut tournament for Texas back in San Diego, California at last year's Nationals. Chasing after it, Del Gadillo, and the ball has been adjudged to be holding. And a free kick going the way of the Columbus Cats. I think it might be Lindsay Terse there with another possession. Of course, Columbus becoming the Cats to try and form a closer link or alliance with the Geelong Cats, which play in the Australian Football League, and they'll be entering a women's side in the AFLW competition come 2019. Taken there by Leilani Silvio, one of the founders of the LA Dragons women's team, who's playing today for the Texas Heat. Kicks long and up the line, close to the boundary line, and will go over and out, and we will call for a throw-in. 14.5 minutes remaining in the first half. No score either side here between Columbus and Texas in the 2018 USAFL Nationals. Ball is thrown back into play. A little bit of pushing and the shoving. Lindsay Terse again looking for another possession, taking out of her hands. Garkatsu did well. Hand pass fed out quickly. Umpire's blown the whistle. Now, did he judge it a throw? See what he decides here. He says it's a free kick going to Texas, maybe held without it. By getting the football. Plays the advantage up the line quickly to Leilani Silvio. Another quality mark at the half-forward flank. Silvio now on the right boot. Lovely long high kick inside 50. I think Bagley's got onto that. Good mark. Bagley and Silvio teaming up well early on here for Texas. I'm liking the look of this. She's a long way up from goal. 50 metres out. Kicks it. Oh, mark for Texas. And it's taken about 25 metres out from goal. An opportunity for their first here. It'll be a tight angle. Tough kick. And it's been kicked by Nadira Smith. And I think she's done it. She's got there first. And you can put that goal down to Texas. As we see on the scorecard, it's Texas 1 straight 6. Columbus yet to score. For those watching Aussie Rules for the first time, a goal is worth 6 points. It's kicked between the 2 big posts. Between the big post and a smaller post. That's either side of the big post. That's just the one behind. So look at it this way. Whenever you see a 1 under the G, you just times that by 6, plus whatever points, and then you get the total score in the red box there. 1 straight 6 Texas. Columbus yet to score. As the umpire throws the ball up in the air, and away we go again. Silvio moves it through the middle. Saki overruns the football. Trying to jump in there, Kate Smith. Saki again, caught by Bagley. Rolled over beautifully. And the umpire comes in and judges holding the football. So a free kick here for the Texas Heat. Aubrey Bagley Long high bomb going inside 50, trying to charge the way through there, almost with a body count. Lauren Bowlesley loved her endeavour. Tried to get a hurry kick around the corner there. Felicity Harrison was knocked away from her. Now they're attacking again, the Texas Heat. Smith another time, wants to go again. Smith knocked away from her. Oh, just charging away, and a flying shot on goal. Yui Kawakatsu has got the second for Texas. What a start. What a start here for the Texas Heat. 2 straight 12. Columbus yet to score. Goals to Nadira Smith and Yui Kawakatsu. Kawakatsu, normally of the LA Dragons, today playing for the Texas Heat in the Women's Division II competition. And we've got about 11 minutes remaining in this first half, and that's a good early 2-goal lead to Texas. Earlier you saw Bagley when she was lining up from about 50 metres out. In the men's game of Aussie rules, 50 metres out is a tough shot, but a possibility of getting a goal. In the women's game, you're looking more at about 30 to 35 metres out being on their limit. Some do kick 40 or 45, but that's more the semi-professionals in the AFL women's competition. Ball now on the half-forward flank for Columbus. Looking to try and get it going forward. Kamali, that's Danielle Kamali from the Chicago Swans playing for Columbus today. Try to break the tackle there. The umpire said you were caught, though, holding the football. And a free kick going the way of the Texas Heat. The Texas Heat themselves are actually a combination side, representing the clubs of the Houston Lone Stars, Dallas Magpies, and Austin Crows, who all have very strong men's sides. And they're still obviously building the numbers in the women's game there. We should mention from Dallas, Texas, of course, in the WNBA, or the coaching staff of the Dallas Wings, is Erin Phillips. She is a co-captain of the Adelaide Crows in the AFL women's competition. And they won the inaugural premiership in 2017. As Bagley comes through now for Texas. Moves it out towards the half-forward flank position. Wants to change up her own kick. Does well. Gets around the outside of the Pat Bagley. She's looking dangerous. Kicks it towards the top of the goal square. And that has been touched and will only register as a minor score. So, Texas 2-1-13. Columbus yet to score. Here at the USAFL Nationals for 2018. 9 minutes or so remaining in this first half. Again, for those watching Aussie rules for the first time, if you kick the ball between the big sticks, but it is touched by an opponent or a member of your own team on the way through, that is registered as just a 1 behind, so only worth the 1 point, not the full 6. Likewise, if you hit any of the big goal posts, that is called hit the post, and you get just the 1 point, not the 6. It's not bounce back into play and play on. It automatically counts as a score if you hit the 2 big goal posts. Here's the forward movement by the Texas Heat. Nadira Smith, she's got 1 goal already. She's thinking about a second. Unloads a bomb. It's a bouncing football. It's still going. Has it got the distance? It has. She's got her second. And Texas have their third. Wow, they're running away with it early. And here at the 2018 USAFL Nationals Women's Division 2, Texas Heat 3-1-19. Columbus yet to score. Wow, running away with it early. 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Nadira Smith has 2 goals. Kawakatsu has 1. Columbus have got nothing at the moment. They're shell-shocked. They haven't likened the early start. Let's see if they can get someone to swing them into gear. Umpire in the middle of the ground. Throws the ball high in the air. We reset ourselves. Missing out in the contest then, Julia Wells. Silvio bombs it long. Adding it and dropping it there. I think Nguyen. Now the kick out over the head of Saki. Trying to just harass Harrison, who drops the ball cold. Danielle Kamali now goes out towards the wing position, towards the one-on-one contest. Silvio comes in for support. Got through heavy traffic, got on the right boot. Goes inside 50 with the kick. bouncing football. Who's going to get there first? And it's a Cats ball. Oh, that could be throwing the football against the player there, in Barbara Dempsey. She was juggling it one-handed. And it's a free kick going the way of Nadira Smith, who's already got 2 goals. This is a very tough angle. Some will either kick straight and hope for the wind to blow it back in. Some will try and hold the ball on an acute angle and try and banana it to bend it back in. That's what she's doing, but the ball goes across the face. Bagley's waiting there in the pocket. She has a snap. Touched, according to the goal umpire. And will only register as a minor score. So Texas 3-2-20. Columbus, no score. We got the 2018 USAFL Nationals in Racine, Wisconsin. We're here at the Marvelous Score Complex, which is in the Franksville suburb of Racine. 5 ovals they've managed to accommodate here, which has been absolutely marvellous. So we can have plenty of games of Aussie rules football all going on at once over the Saturday and the Sunday. All locked in there. Claudia Hendershaw holding that one up for Columbus. Claudia Hendershaw, normally a Chicago Swans player, just making the short drive up to Wisconsin for the weekend, which is great to see. Another Chicago player, Danielle Kamali, getting in there. Been getting plenty of the football, which is great to see. Some really good size there for Chicago as they try to build that club. Katrina Shearer running on by there. Couldn't quite pick it up. Shearer goes back in again. Great pick up on the second effort. Silvio was on a hammer, but she managed to get her kick away towards the centre half forward position. Players falling over left, right and centre. There's a hooter, but that's actually from field 2 directly behind us. So obviously play on here. Trying to get in there was Berniarski. She couldn't. But now the hurried hand pass off from the Cats didn't work out to their advantage because Aubrey Bagley came in to lay a tackle and caught Lauren Kelly holding the football. So Aubrey Bagley with a skip at her kick. Goes up the line. Forward of centre towards the wing position on the outer side. Cats do have numbers there. They're looking to try and get some structure into their play, only for it to be intercepted. Texas, very impressive early on, and not their ideal conditions. Probably be a lot warmer down south to freezing cold morning. That's only about 2 or 3 degrees Celsius here in Racine. I think that's a problem with Smith that might have been charging through there to kick the ball in towards the middle of the ground. Erica Saki gave it off quickly to Shearer. Shearer gave off the hand pass to Lauren Kelly, who got on the right boot. Kicks it up the line. They crawl for in the back against the player in Ballinger. The umpire says no, it was all fair play on. All locked in there. Umpire just circling. Just a hand to it there. Kate Smith knocked away from her. Chance now for the Columbus Cats. Waiting on the outside to receive it. Berniarski, if they can get it to her. They cannot. Lindsay Turst tries to get in there. Going in there. Kamali, Danielle Kamali, now with a shot at goal. It's away, and will dribble over the boundary line and out of bounds for a throw-in. So we'll wait for the umpire to throw the ball back into play. Spinning back in. Marika Saki doing the ruck work surprisingly on that occasion. Silvio goes for the clearing kick out towards the far side. Umpire's blown the whistle. And let's see what he's adjudicated here. Free kick going the way of the Columbus Cats. Columbus Cats were formerly known as the Columbus Jackaroos in the men's division and the Gillaroos in the women's division, but have united under the one brand name you could call that now, known as Columbus Cats. The kick, was juggling around for Leah Haller. Couldn't hang on to it. The Texas Heat with a dangerous kick across the face of goal. Saki waiting for it, receives, goes with a snap, but it's away to the right-hand side and will only register as a behind. So that is the first score for the Columbus Cats. They're one behind. Texas 3-2-20. As intercepted and running on Kamali. Danielle Kamali with the kick towards the pocket. Pull on the ground. They can't pick it up. Taken away there by the Texas Heat. Only as far as Lindsay Turse. Lindsay Terz, one of the Philadelphia players playing for the Columbus Cats. Looks to swing around on the right boot. And marked, intercepted there by Bagley for the Texas Heat. On the right boot. Oh, it's a pie floater. Kate Smith managed to do well, being caught there 2-on-1. Barbara Dempsey, an excellent tackle there. Ball spilled out. McFarlane overran the footy. Has to go back again and get it. Goes with the hand pass off. Dempsey wanted to give the don't argue, but got involved in heavy traffic. Great tackle laid on there by Danielle Kamoli. And the umpires come in and called for a ball up. No, in fact, pardon me, said dropping the football. And a free kick going the way of the Texas Heat. They lead by 19 points. 3 goals, 2 behinds, 20 to just the 1 behind for Columbus. Going in there, Silvio. The umpire's blown the whistle and said she copped it too high. You grab a player over the shoulder or make contact with the head, it's a free kick to them. Alani Silvio on the right boot. Comes camera side. Long towards the half-forward flank position. Now it's an opportunity. Ballinger, that's Bagley away as a flying shot at goal, but will just sneak through for a minor score. Just the 1 behind. And that moves them on now to 3-3-21 Texas. Columbus just the 1 behind. Here at the 2018 USAFL Nationals in Racine, Wisconsin. Not too far away from the halftime hooter. So far the goals, Nadira Smith has 2 for Texas and 1 to Kawakatsu. Also for Texas, Kawakatsu normally on the Los Angeles Dragons list. Here's the kick out of defense. Oh, Dempsey might be caught here. Got away with it after Smith came at her. Kicking towards the middle of the ground, heavy traffic. Saki's there, they can get it to her. And she's caught. The umpire says holding the football, and that will be a free kick. In fact, was dealt with unfairly according to the umpire, so that means Erica Saki will take it away. But there's the halftime hooter here at the USAFL Nationals.
My first game, I stood there and I was just like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm just gonna run. I just kept going and I kept going to practice, I kept going to the games, and eventually it just clicked. And I was just like, oh, I get it now, like this is fun.
Aussie rules, is also known as footy, is the equivalent of like the NFL here, and so in Australia they call it AFL.
So in Australia it's a huge sport, especially for the women. It's getting even bigger.
It's empowering for women, young women.
It's really great to just be able to run around and just have so much fun with a bunch of people that love the same sport that you do.
It just gives me this energy that I just can't describe, and it just brings me like so much joy.
It's a great physical outlet, but also the people that we play with are just so amazing.
These are the girls that if you want to dress up and go out, they'll be there for you. If you want to be in your sweatpants all day and eat chocolate and watch Netflix, they're also there for you.
I think that this sport has something for everyone.
I just feel like anyone and everyone should try it, give it a go, and just see if they like it.
If you're watching this video, it's not by accident. This is for you.
And we're just about to get underway here with the second half of the USAFL Nationals 2018 Women's Division 2 as Columbus 1 behind trail Texas 3-3-21. Peter Holden with you on commentary. Great to have your company as the umpire has already adjudged an early free kick going towards the Columbus Cats. Change of ends. Columbus now kicking towards the right of screen. The Texas Heat kicking towards the left of screen, and they go with an immediate attack inside 50. Quick little hand pass backwards. Hurried shot on goal here by Rebecca Quinn. I think that looks pretty good. And it is. It is a goal to the Columbus Cats. They needed one early to try and pull back the margin, and they've managed to do so. They're now 1-1-7. Texas 3-3-21. It was a quick response. They needed some momentum. And Quinn was the woman to do it. She's normally on the Chicago Swans list. Today playing for the Columbus Cats. So as we have a look at the time clock, still 19 minutes remaining in this contest. Plenty of time to pull it back. The umpire throws the ball high in the air, and away we go again. Now a hurry kick forward to centre. Saki got involved in that contest, coming through Terse. Going in there again, getting the football, McFarlane. Oh, that could be a throw. Yes, it is. And in Aussie rules, you've got to have the ball in one hand and punch it with the other. But if you have it in one hand and throw it in the air, then try to punch it, that is classified as a throw. As Aubrey Bagley has the resulting free kick. Now, she's asking the question if it's a 25 or 50-metre penalty. Depending on the leagues, up in the professional competition and higher grades of football, if you don't give the ball back to the player that's been awarded the free kick on the full, or your time waste, a 50-metre penalty is paid against you. In some of the lower competitions, they only award a 25-metre penalty as opposed to the harsher 50-metre penalty rule. The umpire has judged dropping the football here, and a free kick will be going the way of the Columbus Cats. As the umpire now just blowing the whistle, making sure everything is in order. Peter Holden with you in commentary this morning. Great to have your company at the Score Complex, Franksville, which is close to Racine, Wisconsin. Mark taken by Bagley. Dances around, gets on the right boot. Long and high. No mark taken. Dempsey, hand pass off. The Cats moving towards the middle, looking for Shearer. Trying to see if they can use her height and speed. Got away from her. Kakatsu feeds it out. Silvio got spun around, and the umpire says you had plenty of time to get rid of the football correctly, and you did not. And it will be a free kick going the way of Danielle Kamali for the Columbus Cats. Very impressed with her game first up here for the 2018 USAFL Nationals Women's Division 2. Silvio fights in there. Umpire comes in, and I think he might have judged in the back here. And it will be a free kick going the way of the Columbus Cats. They're, of course, wearing the white jumper with the navy blue hoops. Very similar to the Geelong Cats jumper in the AFL competition back in Australia. Erica Saki got a free kick there, and elects to play on quickly. Gets it inside the forward 50-metre arc. Just seeing if we can get someone to get it out. Quinn gets involved. And the umpires judged a free kick here. See which way he's pointing. He points it the way of Danielle Kamali. Danielle Kamali further afield. You can see her wearing the red and white socks. That's normally the colours of the Chicago Swans that you would train or play with normally during the season. The Chicago Swans wear a similar jumper to that of the Sydney Swans in the AFL competition back in Australia. Bagley kicks it long to clear out of defence. Now off the half-back flank. Kicks it long up the line. Was looking for Nadira Smith. Already has 2 goals. The kick up the line. Working wide. Berniarski trying to work hard there for Columbus. Gave it off. The kick up the wing position. Quick hand pass out. I think it's Ballinger now. Put on the left. Bagley. Held on to Kamali. The umpire missed it. Bagley went back to get it again. Now the umpire's blown the whistle and said the ball wasn't coming out. He's going to call for a ball up. Ball up, in other words, is known as a jump ball in basketball terminology. Taps it on the ground, and the umpires come in to adjudicate just off camera here. Let's see what he indicates. Yes, free kick going the way of Columbus. If you have the ball and you try and bounce it or tap it on the ground while being held, even if it's just a slight tug of your jumper, that means it is a free kick to the opposition because you're judged to be dropping the ball, even though you may technically have it in hand. So, Columbus off centre half back. You can see Hendershaw was calling for it in space. The kick was well away from her. Kelly came into layer tackle with support from Lindsay Terse. Both those players normally playing for the Philadelphia Hawks. Philadelphia Hawks last year partnered up with the Portland Sockeyes to win the Women's Division 2 title. Portland Sockeyes now have enough numbers where they can field a standalone side in Division 1, which they have made their debut at for 2018. Great to see them go up there to play along the likes of Seattle Grizzlies, Minnesota Freeze, Denver Lady Bulldogs, New York Magpies, and of course the reigning champions, the San Francisco Iron Maidens. Going in a layer tackle, good tackle by Kate Smith. And the umpire signaling player threw the ball out. As Margaret McFarlane feels a little worse for wear on the ground there. Erica Saki just runs over to make sure she's okay. And some new to Aussie rules might be wondering what's that person in yellow doing running by, the person in blue running on by. Not do you have the players, the umpires on the ground, but at any time you can have running on the ground trainers to obviously run out to an injured player. Just there in the yellow is the water carriers. Obviously they try to stay out of play, but when the ball's not at their end of the ground, they give water to the players who of course are running around constantly on the field. And, of course, you might see in pink just running by every now and again. They're the runners. They're the people that take the message from the coach and during play can run out, as long as it doesn't interfere with play, can run out to a player and deliver a message from the coach, whether it's to line up on someone, find a different position on the field, or obviously to come off and interchange with the player. As the ball's now at centre half forward for the Cats, trying to weave around there. McClintock. Have a hand pass over the top. Held up smartly there by Megan Hills. Now the kick around the corner towards the forward pocket. Close towards the boundary line. Just sent back from whence it came by the Cats. Getting close to their forward line. Under all kinds of pressure, the Texas Heat. Umpire's blown the whistle here. What's he adjudicated? If it's a kick to the Columbus, they'll be having a shot on goal. If it's for Texas, they'll be able to relieve the pressure. And it's a free kick to the Texas Heat. So off the left boot, they'll go up the line. 1-2 bounces close towards the boundary line. Harassing there. Delgadillo. That's Delfina Delgadillo from Los Angeles. Sees the ball over the boundary line and out of bounds. You can hear some commentary in the background. That's Field 1, or otherwise known as Cooper's Field, the main field here at Racine, Wisconsin. The main field always named after the major sponsor, that being, of course, Cooper's. And here's the hurry kick by Erica Saki. I think that's pretty good. It is. It's a goal. You can mark that one down for the Columbus Cats. A much needed goal for them. And they start to reduce the margin here at Racine, Wisconsin. 2-1-13 Columbus. They trail the Texas Heat 3-3-21. And for Erica Saki, her first goal of the match. So, about on the time clock, 11 minutes remaining in this second half. So, there is the possibility that Columbus, with another goal, could find some momentum and pull it back and maybe come away with the premiership points. They'll need to at least kick 2 goals to hit the front. And this is a good start with Shearer, who tried to get through. Now, what's the umpire called for here? He says she was caught holding the football, and it will be a free kick going the way of the Texas Heat. One step and kick towards the wing. And did he call a 25-metre penalty? Yes, he did. Said a player stepped over the mark. That's essentially, a mark is not only a clean catch, but a mark is also where once you've taken that clean catch, your opponent has to stand on that spot and not step over it. If they step over it or someone else runs between that person standing there and where you're taking your kick, they've gone inside the protected zone and a 25-metre penalty is paid. 50 metres in the major Australian Football League back in Australia. Going in to get the ball, Eldani Silvio. Gets it. Shrugged off the tackler there, and Berniarski kicked around the corner. I think she found a mark. So an opportunity here for Texas to extend the lead and relieve a bit of pressure. Oop, just getting into the player on the mark, and she's gone down. The ball spilled out. Here's the hurry kick into heavy traffic. trying to get in there. Harrison can't get it out. And we'll call for a ball up as the player is down after being hit with a footy. One of the unfortunate things every now and again on the mark, a player might shank the kick and you got one right in the guts or in the face, or for the men's competition, sometimes unfortunately right in the nether regions. And I think it's Connolly that might be down, Claire Connolly. And she's just being seen to by the trainers. Now we've got the clock ticking here. We don't have official access to what the umpires have done to stop the clock or not, but on our screen, for that argument's sake, the clock is ticking, but we might see a bit of injury time added on. I was just making sure that she's okay. Safety first there for Claire Connolly. She's just a little bit winded from that one, just a bit of a stinger. And then she's able to continue on, not only with this game, but obviously for the rest of the tournament. In Women's Division 2, the structure for 2018 is similar to last year. There's no grand final. The 5 teams will all play each other once. They're all guaranteed a minimum of 4 games. And the team with the best record coming out of those 4 games is adjudged the Women's Division 2 champions. Over in Division 1 this year, they've got 6 teams broken into 2 pools of 3. The top 2 after round robin play meet in the semi-finals, and the winner of the semi-finals meet on the Sunday afternoon at Cooper's Field on ESPN3 in the grand final to decide who will be the champions of Women's Division 1. Umpire holds the ball aloft and restarts play. And away we go again. Doing the rucking there, Julia Wells. Kicked away by the Cats. Looking for Shearer to show her burst of speed to run onto it. Lauren Kelly gets there first. Held up there by Aileen Yoon. Ball spilt out. Saki goes in to try and get the football. Hand pass over her head. Looking for Kelly. Been impressive. Teams up to get it going up the wing position. They can just find a runner. Going in there, Lee Haller tries to hold things up. Does well. Forces the ball over the boundary line and out of bounds. Sometimes that's the smartest thing to do. If you're outnumbered in a contest, even if it might be in your forward half, it might be best to try and, not deliberately, but try and make sure the ball goes out of bounds, so therefore you can kind of reset, because when the ball's thrown back in, all your players can catch up and try and get into their positioning. Dempsey knocked it there. In goes Saki. She's immediately caught then by Kawakatsu. Hurry kick by the Cats up towards the half-forward flank position. In goes Bagley. She's caught. Looking around there, I could have seen Rebecca Quinn. Now the hurry kick towards centre half forward. Ball cry the crowd. The umpire comes in and blows the whistle. I think he might be calling for a ball up. 6 minutes remaining on our clock in the second half here, but we might have a little bit of time for injury time. We'll see what happens. 8-point lead here to Texas over Columbus. In fact, he's pulled out a free kick going the way of the Texas Heat. Again, just repeating the Texas Heat today, supplemented by players from the Los Angeles Dragons, the Columbus Cats. They're supplemented by players from the Chicago Swans and the Philadelphia Hawks. As everyone jumps on, and the umpire says, I'll ask for the footy back, please. Don't forget, you can join a USAFL club by going to USAFL.com. You can find a team in your area. And if you don't find a team in your area, you'll find contact details for the USAFL. Make some inquiries how you can start a team in your town. The more people playing the game, the better for the sport. And that's what it's all about. It's amateur, it's grassroots, and it's all about getting involved and having a good time. Season generally runs from roughly around April through until the Nationals in October, which is through the American summer. And the sport is played through those same months in Australia, but it lines up with the Australian winter. Kicked into the player on the mark. So an opportunity for the ball to go back the other way. Silvio with a long kick. Now to the player who's trying to control it. I think that might be Smith there. Going for the run. Kicks it inside 50. Bouncing football. Who's it going to set for? Pack's going to form. Balsley was trying to get in there for Columbus. Now the hurry kick towards the half-back flank. Umpire's blown the whistle and awarded a free kick. And the player's just asking, is it me? Is it me? Do I have the ball? I think it's Dempsey, I think, that's got it for Columbus. Not long remaining in this second half. Columbus have got to get a wiggle on if they're going to pull back those 8 points and win the match. But not if Aubrey Bagley can help it. She finds the intended target, and Smith, Nadira Smith, has already got 2. She's looking for a 3rd. That's goals. She's on a tough angle. Let's see how she goes. Big wind up. Smith pumps it long towards the goal square. Has it come off hands for a point? Yeah, and they're having a chat. And let's see what he's done here. No point awarded. I think he's actually awarded a free kick out of that. Because if it was a point, the player would be taking the kick from between the 2 posts back into play. So, hurried by Smith, gets it across. Kawakatsu took on 1, took on 2. What a spin! What a goal! Yui Kawakatsu for the Texas Heat. That is a sensational goal in any level of football. The blind turn, the spin, the finish, and that should do it. Texas 4-3-27, Columbus 2-1-13. A ripper of a goal from Yui Kawakatsu. She's normally a Los Angeles Dragons player. Today playing for the playing for the Texas Heat. And she may have put the nail in the coffin of the Columbus Cats with that superb play and goal. 14 points the difference here at Racine, Wisconsin. With around about 2 minutes remaining in the match. That goal was her 2nd of the match. Ball on the deck. They try to fight it out. It does come out now. Thrown over the top. Kelly was lurking around. Trying to get in there, Aileen Yoon. Erika Saki's away. She's on the right boot. Kicks it. Inside 50. Oh, a bit of holding on there, I think. Should have been a free kick, not paid. Might be filthy on that, Shannon Mahoney. Close to the goal line, and it's held up. Tackle laid in there by Katrina Shearer. And we'll reset ourselves for a ball up. She was laying the tackle there on Taylor Ballinger. Umpire clears the way. Us to the nominated Ruxar. And away we go again. Ball just slapped around volleyball style. Might be Aileen Uni goes in for that one. Bagley wanted to come sprinting away. And they've just stopped, seeing what the free kick's going to be. And it is going the way of Texas Heat. And a chance to clear off the back line. Player calling for it there. You can see Julia Wells. They go in a direction, but it's just short of her. Tapped away from her hands. Aileen Yoon waiting off the side of the pack. Now calling for it is Saki. Saki for the Columbus Cats. Kicks around the corner. Bouncing football close to the behind post. And it has gone out of play, so we'll throw it in. As I talked about earlier, if you hit the 2 goal posts, it counts as 1 point. If the ball hits the outer post, it's called as out of bounds. If it hits it on the full, it's out of bounds. The full free kick to the opposition. If it bounces or gets touched, then hits the post, it's then called as a throw in. And that occasion, the ball was just rushed through for a point there for Columbus. And that moves the score along there to 2-2-14. Columbus Cats, 4-3-27. The Texas Heat here at the USAFL Nationals for 2018. Time close to expiring as Lolani Silvio goes for a run. Takes on too many, I reckon. That could be holding the football. Although there was... Yep, the umpire's blowing for the whistle now. And giving away the hand pass there, McFarlane. What a running, flying shot going in towards the forward line. Close to the scoreboard, and it's gone over and out. Now, I've got time has expired, but we did have that injury earlier, so we might have a little bit of injury time there. We'll see what the adjudication is from the umpires or the timekeepers. The kick hurriedly going inside the forward line. Looking for McClintock. Couldn't squeeze the football there. Shearer with a hurried snap. How does that look? Umpire signal that has gone away for a minor score. And now that ticks things along to Columbus, 2-3-15. Trailing by an even 2 goals. Texas 4-3-27. Here at the USAFL Nationals Women's Division 2. This is our first game of the morning on Saturday, 13th of October, 2018. They want another opportunity, but that's a good tackle laid on. Ball spilled out. Even if it wasn't a free kick, the umpire may have called the advantage. Kawakatsu got it across quickly. Nollenberger moved it up the wing position. And I believe that's the whistle to signal full time. That is the end of the match here. It is Columbus 2-3-15 being defeated by Texas 4-3-27. I'm Peter Holden. Thank you very much for your company and joining us here at USAFL.com.